Hello, welcome to me, my golf. We're your coaches, Andy and Chris, and it's time for this week's My Swing Analysis, where we analyse one of your golf swings.
Yes, and today we're going to get you on playing in your backswing and you get your elbow to rotate more on the downswing. Let's take charge.
So thanks for joining us here on the beautiful 5th at the Asbury in Shropshire, England, and we are back from the US Open. What an amazing week we had out there at Erin Hill. What a golf course.
Amazing golf course, exceptionally long, but actually quite fair, I thought. It was tough, but fantastic win for Brooks Koepka as well.
Yes, and our guy didn't quite make it, but a really good experience for him. I'm sure he learned a lot from the golf course and just being around in that environment as well. So congratulations to Aaron just for making it out there. Right, today's swing analysis then, we've got James Silson, who was part of the winning team for California Cup, my winning team.
Still talking about it.
And James is a tennis coach, looking to obviously improve his game, get a bit more consistent. And we're going to specifically look at James's rotation. He really wants to improve his rotation. He felt that that's something he worked on his swing he was really struggling with. So let's go straight into his golf swing here, down the line. We're just going to have a look at this. Now, one thing that stands out to us in the backswing Piers, whenever we see a backswing like this, we think maybe the concept isn't quite right. So we'll take a look as he swings back. We'll see that the club swings back very much over and above the plane, almost straight back in a straight line. Club face is a little closed, but from here then he sort of continues not too bad from here. Quite a fun fine golf swing, but due to the fact that he sort of swung out and above the swing plane, he now on the way down sort of just gets the arms to swing down, almost pulling the arms down, and we'll see the body doesn't rotate that well. And the club at sort of parallel point 3 here gets a little bit behind the hands, and we'll see the impact there, fairly square off of the body.
Quite upright as well as
yes, definitely quite upright in the shaft as well. For a tennis coach, you expect him to be able to rotate well, but the backswing really isn't allowing him to do so. When we take a look at the front view again, we're going to see something very similar. Goes right back, and it looks very good for him, very stable with the lower body. But as we see again, as he starts, very limited with that body rotation and through impact speed. This one has been a little bit back to reverse seat position. So the important thing then, really, it's almost two phases, James, we want to work on. It's almost the backswing first, to allow you to actually start to rotate, and then we're going to get you really using that body better, help you deliver more consistent. So Piers, just talk a little bit first about a backswing like James, because often we see that as a result, not just as a habit, but sometimes as a
core concept, exactly. So what we sort of hear a lot of people are trying to do, so have a core concept in their backswing, is to take the club back in a straight line. It makes sense if you start playing golf to take the club back in a straight line, but we know because the golf ball is to the side of us, we need to swing on an angle around the body. So yeah, we can often see in James' case here, club going back on too straight a line, then as he gets to the top, he needs to get his arms into a good position, so he just sort of pulls the arms into position, as opposed to, as you say, rotating the body more downswing. So his poor concept in his backswing is actually causing problems, and he has to do compensation to his downswing.
Okay. So very simple drill then, what we're going to do for you, James, is just a backswing using an alignment stick. So what we're going to do, I'm going to drop this in the ground here, he's going to take his setter. We're going to drop this roughly at a similar angle to his golf club. Now when Piers swings back, you're never going to measure it to the right place. It's going to be roughly level with your club head, and roughly about 6 inches down. Now this is really going to help guide a more on-point backswing. So just Piers, talk us through how this is going to work.
Yeah, so this is purely for the backswing. We're not using this here for the downswing, as we saw James was pretty good. So if James were to take the club back straight, he is going to hit the alignment stick. So he's focusing on taking the club back straight and with that. So the objective is really not to be too focused on this, but if he can just actually swing back and just feel as though the club is arcing around his body more, you'll see that he's actually going to miss the alignment stick, which is exactly what we want. But the good news is, say this is just for the backswing, so you've got it level with the club, because when we swing down, the club will come down narrower, and that alignment stick won't come into place. Could hit it in his backswing.
Okay, so let's say, let's hit a shot, Piers, and just reverse that move, and then just fire one away for us here, and then we'll talk about how we can move this downswing.
Okay, so when I'm doing this, I'm just doing a few presets here. I'm really feeling the arm is staying across the body a little bit more as opposed to this. So, beautiful hole today, this 5th with the bunkers around it. It's right on it.
A few of those last week at the US Open. Okay, right, so let's, so now look, James, we want you to focus on this. This is going to be the main that's going to help create that as well. So take us through the downswing drill.
Okay, so we're just going to do one-handed to start with. So we're going to put your lead thumb, left thumb in my case, into the chest and going into the setup. Now from here, the top of the backswing, we're saying that, James, you want to do this. So you want to pull that arm down without the body moving. Now here's what we're going to get you to do. We're going to get you to feel as though you hold the club up there a lot longer as you get the entire left side of your body to unwind toward the target. So we're going to go with the lower body first, maybe the left knee moving out towards the target. You can see the hip comes around, the torso comes around, and the elbow, left elbow's coming around, whereas I'm really delaying the club as I'm swinging down here. So as we can see now, there's a lot more rotation at this point than James actually gets when he's striking the golf ball. So from there, he'll look a little bit more like this as he's swinging through. So swing back, and then left side goes first, delaying the right arm. One more where I go a little bit more fluid. Really good way of getting that body, the feeling of what it's like to unwind.
Delaying those arms. You can even hear the club sort of releasing past the golf ball here. So again, really good for speed as well, because we're getting the energy out to the golf club a little bit later than just using those arms. Really powerful drill.
And the reason we've done this for James is he should be able to do this. He's a tennis player.
Exactly.
He's a tennis player. He's a tennis player, not was.
Okay, so now we're just going to put them two together. So we've got the backswing. Pierce should miss this backhand and on the way down. So now we're going to get that same feeling of really getting the left side of the body to open up through the golf ball. So
Miss that. Delaying those arms. There's a little bit of room inside that one. Get this one first. Pretty good, though. I agree.
And as you expect, they're a little further right of the first one, but the more you rotate the body on the way through, the more right generally, or the less closed in the face that you're going to see. So no surprise, that's what it's going to be doing. So two really good drills, James, that you can work on there. Again, really key that you understand the concept on the way back. We're going to move up and around. A great drill to help feel that, and then we have a fantastic drill to get you rotating on the way through. Simple as that. And don't forget, if you want to win Sling and House with myself and Pierce, leave a comment down below. Tell us why you need it, and we'll choose a winner. So if you want to see more videos like this to help your game, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below.
Yes, and June is all about irons at meandmygolf.com. So go and check out the website, free trial, meandmygolf.com. In the corner, you also get a chance to win a set of TaylorMade irons.
Hey guys, and welcome back. It's great to have you here today. Over the last few months, I've gotten a lot of requests for specific instruction for players that are over 50. You get a little bit up in age, it gets a little tougher to make that good full power turn going back, get that 90-degree shoulder turn. It's tougher and tougher as we get older, and we want to make that good full turn so we can have power. We got to do it in the right way. So I got a great lesson for you today. We're going to test your mobility. We're going to see how far you can turn. I'm going to give you a couple of drills to work on that, and I'm going to give you a couple of key exercises that are going to directly help you with your power turn both back and through so you get more distance. Let's go and get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to test your mobility. There's a lot of players out there that aren't quite getting that 90-degree shoulder turn like we recommend in the power turn section of the Top Speed Golf system, but it's very difficult to know, is it my range of motion? Can I physically get the turn that I need to get, or is it just a habit that I'm having with my swing? So we're going to test that today so we'll be able to tell. What I want you to do is go ahead and stand straight up and down. I'm going to put my chest out nice and high, and I'm going to put my arms to my side. Now as I rotate, I'm going to rotate my arms all the way back, and we'll see how far I can go. Now I'm not going to be bending my arm across my body. I'm basically keeping them in line with my shoulders as I'm doing this. And I'm going to see how far I can go. I want to get my hips to rotate as I'm doing this. And I'm going to maybe just barely lift my left ankle, just starting to barely come off the ground as I'm going into the backswing. So me personally, if I get about 45 degrees of hip turn, I can put a club across my hips as I do this. If I get about 45, maybe a little extra, I can get a little over 90 shoulder turn. So my arms are kind of here. If I was to put a club across my shoulders and do the same thing, again, we're standing straight up and down, that left heel barely comes up. I can get that pointing a little bit past parallel with the ball, and it's almost in line with my right foot as I'm doing that. Now as I come on through, let's go ahead and rotate. Let your right foot come all the way up off the ground, and I'm going to rotate as far as I can this way. So if I was to put this club across my shoulders with the grip sticking out this way, as I come on through, I can almost get down the right side of the fairway. It's just a little bit in the right rough if I'm turning through that way. So let's say this is maybe 110 or 15 degrees going back this way. And if I come on through, the ball is 0. This would be 90. I'm probably at about 170 or so as I'm coming on that way. So that's a pretty good range of motion. I'm fairly flexible between the hips and the shoulders. Test out your own range of motion right now. See how far you can get that club to point just doing this. So we're eliminating golf swing tendencies from this and then turning on through that way. Make sure that right foot comes all the way up as you're turning on through. That's going to give you a good baseline. So if you can get to at least 90 here, then we can get to 90 in the swing. If we can get past 90, then we're going to be able to get past 90 in the swing. Again, I get usually about 110-degree shoulder turn, something like that. And that's about, I'm pretty close to being maxed out there. I can force it, really try to push it over there a little bit extra, or I can really try to push it, but then it gets a little bit too much strain. I'm just going as far as I can go, pretty comfortably. It feels tight, but it doesn't physically hurt or anything like that. Now in the golf swing, we're doing the exact same thing. We're going to set up here, instead of being straight up and down, we're going to tilt forward, so now as my arms swing, they're going to be pointing just outside that golf ball. And as I swing through, this would be kind of when my hands are chest tight coming through. I'm going to be still in that posture. I come all the way around, now my arms are going to fold up. We'll actually work with that drill a lot in this series of videos for golfers over 50. But if we're looking at it from this way, I've got a few more videos that work just with that posture and the good power turn. If we're looking at it this way again, my arms come back, my hands are going to be slightly outside that ball. I'm getting that good full turn. As I come through, that would be my release. So that would be when my club is about chest high. My hands are about chest high. My club is releasing. Now my hands are going to be here as I'm coming through. After that point, then I'll go ahead and stand all the way on up and rotate to the shot. So we've got a good test to see how much can we physically do and how much of this is just habits in our swing. So if we tested ourselves and we can get all the way back to here, and then we take our swing and we're only here, shorter turn, we'll know that it's just a habit. It's not a physical limitation. So once we fixed our physical limitations, now we need something to work on as we're doing this. I got a couple of good stretches for you, and then we're gonna work on building some core muscles so that we can really stabilize our back. We don't want to get those back injuries. We want to make sure that we're injury free. We want to make sure that we get a good turn. So go ahead and lay a towel down on the ground, and we're going to lay flat on our back, and we're going to stretch our right leg across our body. Now the really important thing is keep your right shoulder touching the ground as you're going to your left. So as you lift your right leg up, fold it across your left side, your right shoulder is going to stay on the ground, and you're going to get that stretch as good as you can get it. Again, you don't want to force it to where there's any injury, but you should feel a little bit tight. You should also feel it in your right glute as you're stretching the right leg across. That's really going to free up the separation between your hips and shoulders like we were just working on there. Same thing with your left side. Hold your left leg over, keep your left shoulder against the ground. We're going to hold that for 5 seconds. We're going to take it back and relax a little bit. We're going to breathe out, and then we're going to go all the way and see if we can get a little past where we were before for another 5 seconds. Again, then take a breath, relax, another 5 seconds going over. See if you can get a little farther each time. That's really going to help. Now once we've done that, now we're going to go ahead and do a couple of leg exercises where you just lift your legs up, you're laying flat on the ground, put your hands under your rear end, lift your feet up in the air a little bit, and then hold that for 10 seconds. Rest for 5 seconds, hold it for another 10 seconds. We're going to do 5 reps of each of these exercises. Same thing with the leg across. We're going to do that with the feet up. Those are both going to help you to strengthen your core and get more mobility in your core. So not only can you stretch, but you can also have some power to fire from that. So finally, let's tie all this together. We got our good full turn. We're letting our hips rotate. We're letting our shoulders rotate as we go back. Let's go ahead and hit a shot. And a big thing to remember here is we want to be syncing all this up to when we get into straight line release. So in the Top Speed Golf system, we talked about how that club wants to release about 45 degrees in front, or roughly 4 feet in front of this golf ball. That's our hips, our shoulders, our arms. We've got all this separation earlier in the swing where my hips are leading, my shoulders are back. Now we need to time that up. My upper body needs to catch up to my lower body. That's going to give us the speed, and then we can come all the way onto that good full finish like we've just been working on. So put these keys together, work on these exercises. Again, we're going to do 5 reps of each of the exercises. Those are really going to help over time. I recommend doing those every day. It only takes a few minutes for those of you that are working to get a bigger turn going back and through. It's really going to help you with your speed and power. There we go, guys. Good luck on your golf game. Work hard, and I'll see you soon. All right, guys, I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. If you did, I got an even better bonus for you. if we want to get distance in the golf swing, we've got to get a lot of lag, and then we've got to let that lag go. Well, I've got my #1 lag video. I'm going to play a preview of that here in a second. If you're on a desktop device, go ahead and click the link that pops up on your screen. If you're on a phone or a tablet, click the iCard that's somewhere on your screen right now. That's going to take you to where you can get instant access to that full video. Plus, you're going to get 5 videos from our Top Speed Golf system. Never going to cost you a dime. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Click that thumbs up button. It really helps us out. And also remember to subscribe. That way you'll see our newest videos. See you guys in the lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard. In today's video, we're going to talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see. And in this drill, what we're going to do is we're going to set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're going to try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm going to talk about the science behind why this is the case. And I'm also going to give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go and get started this way versus holding that position. Exact same thing happens when we're building lag in the golf swing. So what we want to do is throughout the swing, I want to have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not going to set my wrist early at all. You look at a lot of the top players. You look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, you look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set. So that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only going to max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a 3-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I wanted to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be.
Every single golfer who slices the golf ball, actually, even if they don't slice it, they should be sliced.
Okay, great. Let's see here one. Hi, we're Piers and Andy from Me and My Golf. Thanks for joining today's Impact Show. I'm going to show you one of these pens. I'm going to stop you. Thanks for joining us. September is all about stopping your slice. So, what we do is break it down and take you on a journey through this entire month where we do Impact Show and the Me and My Golf show you exactly what causes your slice, how to fix it, and go through setter, backswing, downswing, the whole lot. So Andy, it's the most common shot we see. It's the shot we get the most questions on.
We do. It all starts with the setup, which we're really looking at, the grip, and really get an understanding of what causes the slice. I think if you can understand what's actually happening at the impact, and then how to test it, and then really get the grip sorted today.
Yeah, so we're going to focus purely on the grip. We're actually going to use a shot with strong hand play. What sort of, before we get into that, what sort of
So at impact, this is the important thing. At impact, what we see is a sliding happens when the club path is left of the club face. So the difference between the path and the face. But it's also important to understand the importance of the face. This is really crucial. So the face is the same in golf, isn't it? That the face sends it, the path bends it. Now, the ball will always start closer to where the face is at impact. So here's an example. If I've got my target there, the bunker, and I swing down to impact, my path is, let's say, 10 degrees left, but my club face is square to my target. The ball will start slightly left of the target, which is closer to the face aim, but because the path is so far left, it causes curvature, the ball will finish to the right. So the face is so key, guys, to actually where that ball starts. If the ball is starting out right, then right there is actually exactly. That's the first thing that we always check. Make sure that you check the strike as if you get on the heel. Also, the start left due to the gear effect. So we always say the one thing you should always pricing, but all you guys who are watching this, you need to check the grip. If you overlook the grip, then you're missing out big time, because if you just position the hand in a good place on the club, it is going to make things so much easier. So, first thing you see when you see someone on the is you check their grip. Now, let's go through the left hand, the main hand, the glove hand on the golf club has a massive influence. What we tend to see is the lead hand tends to get too much of the palm, like this, and then if I close my hand on now from here, when I look down, I haven't really got any knuckle. What this tends to happen is it tends to do rotation all the way back and once it moves. So this is probably the most thing, most common holes. There's high palm and not palm around. Trail hand, again, generally too much over to the left where the thumb and forefinger is too far down. You can see the V on the right hand there. Left to my left ear there. And again, this now contributes to the face wanting massively open. So I need to make some compensations now to try and square the face, and I'm going to drop myself the power and strike a pack. See that? Let's get the shot. What happens when you get your shot which you're going to pause it so I don't No, I haven't got time to do that. So they have weak left hand, weak right hand, normal golf swinger won't change anything here. Let's just see what happens. That's interesting. I'm not sure I've seen that before. I'm going to play for a minute, have I?
It's interesting because instinctively your path was actually a little bit to the left more so than it would be, because I think your instincts had told you to swing a little bit quicker. But we can see there the face, the club face is miles over the center.
So I didn't change my swing there. All I did was position the hands on a different place. That obviously wanted the club face then to the center. It was a little bit change. Actually, even though you weren't trying to use path one. It's interesting.
So okay, that's what the path
So let's go through the lead hand first, and we'll take it through the right hand. Again, we need a marker with drawing on the glove. I've got a very old glove here, so make sure I don't ruin it. But from here now, what we'd like to do on the lead hand, position the grip now on here. You can see we make it nice and square up in the air. The grip actually sits in the base of the forefinger diagonally across to the pad. And you also see it's just sitting on the heel pad of the hand there. So the heel pad actually goes on top of the golf club. It's going to help you position that grip in a way. So from here, draw a nice couple of lines on the actual grip here. This is what we recommend that you can do. Straight down and do the other side as well. So now I've got the perfect place. Now most people like to say they're going to pull down the palm like this. So what I need to do now is hold the palm like this, hand out, position that right directly through there. And when I close the hand around the club, this is what I can see now. My thumb is down the right hand side. I can see 2 to 3 knuckles. Turn the face square, and right now my grip massive. So trail hand now, as opposed to going over like this, we're actually going on the side of the club. So the right hand goes on the side nicely over the thumb here, in the fingers. And I'm just going to close my hand around the grip now, so the right thumb is slightly down the left. You can see the V between the thumb and the forefinger is actually to the right of my right heel. So that's really now a nice neutral grip. It's going to help me then produce this square. So as far as
with not really any difference in conscious thoughts in the golf swing, the gap between the club face and the path was tied it up perfectly.
Just shows how important it is for you guys to actually just check that, and we really do recommend drawing that line, as you can see on that there, base of the forefinger diagonally across, so it sits underneath the heel pad here. If you get that right, it's very hard to get it.
That's the start of your journey to get your slice, and make sure you enjoy that. Hit the like button, it really helps us, and comment below to get a question on the grip. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button now.
Yes, and Me and My Golf Weekly has just gone live, where we're really talking about